Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2018 VRC 8-Scale Nitro GT3 World Championship. We are getting set to go here as the tone sounds. We're off and underway. Some great racing ahead of us here in this one. Some great drivers. We got Joshua Berman, your top qualifier, leading us out. Kevin Bacon in that number 2 spot. Oliver Munier in the number 3 spot. Graham Raystrick in the number 4 spot. Mangani in the 5. Young, Enrichetti, and Giordano. We've seen a lot of these drivers already in some of our other races in our VRC-Pro World Championships. And as you can see, these guys are moving. These cars are some of the fastest cars we've seen on the track so far here for the World Championships this year. And look at this battle we've got for the lead early on. Joshua Berman in the green car. Hands over the lead now to Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon in the yellow and orange, working his way around onto the left-hand side. Berman in second. Munier in the number 3 spot. Raystrick in the 4. Mangani in the 5. First, second, and now our third place driver, Oliver. He's working his way up into this mix as well. Oh, little mistake there for our second place driver, Kevin Bacon. He's getting footloose out front, leading the way in this one. Berman in the number 2 spot. Oliver Munier in the 3 spot. Raystrick in the 4. Mangani in the 5. Carson Young in the 6. Enrichetti in the 7. Giordano in the 8. Now we're looking at Oliver Munier there as he works his way through the switchbacks on the left-hand side, trying to close up on Joshua Berman in the number 2 spot. And you can see just how fast these guys are going. The slightest mistake, oh, just like that right there, that could have cost him tremendously as he uses those outside bricks. He is on the gas here in this one. Kevin Bacon out front, 0.6 of a second ahead of your top qualifier, Joshua Berman. Fastest lap we've seen so far. Oh, mistake right there for your third place driver. He comes around right there, and you can see he catches that inside curve, gets up on 2 wheels, and is unable to bring it back down. He's off into the grass. That's going to drop him all the way back to the number 6 spot. Last time by the line, you can see he's trying to catch his way back up through the field here as they work their way through the chicane onto the back side of the track, coming back around through that big sweeper down the long back straightaway. Kevin Bacon out front, 0.7 of a second ahead of Berman. Now Graham Raystrick up into the number 3 spot. Junior dropping back to the number 4 spot. You can see he's got Raystrick in his sights right now. Raystrick in that orange car. Down the back stretch they go here in this one. As they come back around through the infield right now, look how fast they go through that chicane section. And it looks like Raystrick may be trying to make some moves here as he's working his way through a bit of traffic. Kevin Bacon going to be out front here in the yellow and orange. He's got Joshua Berman right there behind him. Berman, remember, he's your top qualifier. A lot of racing left to go here for these guys in this one. Bacon holding on to the lead right now, but Berman is right there behind him. And the amount of focus and consistency of these drivers is truly amazing. As you can see, it is just lap after lap consistent. Nowhere to just take a breather, relax, and just chill out for a minute on this track. It's constant motion, constant things happening. I guess you could say the back straightaway for the second, maybe a half a second that you're on it would be the only time you really, oh, Berman makes a move. As I was getting ready to say, half a second that you had to breathe on this track. The rest is just constant left, right, left, right, left, right. Kevin Bacon dropped back to the number 2 spot. Joshua Berman takes over the lead now. Berman coming down the backstretch right now. He's got 0.7 of a second on Kevin Bacon. Here comes Berman through that center section. Oh, big mistake right there for Joshua Berman. He tries to make a straight shot through the chicane, clips the curb. The car goes flipping end over end, hits the wall hard. And that's going to require a turn marshal, no doubt about it. That is going to put Kevin Bacon up into the lead now with a 2.2 second lead. Kevin Bacon qualified second. And he is hoping to take a World Championship title here in GT3. Still a lot of racing left to go, but that's the kind of breaks he needs. A time shift, 20 minutes into this one. Joshua Berman, though, is back to the front. Kevin Bacon now 2.5 seconds back in second. Oliver Munier in the number 3 spot. Mangani in the 4. Raystrick in the 5. Young, Enrichetti, and Giordano. A little bit of mistake there for Kevin Bacon in that number 2 spot. He comes back around. Bacon getting a bit wide there, and as you can see, these drivers using every inch of the track that they can, even the bricks on the outside edge of the track. Coming back through that center straight, that's that section we saw Berman early on in this one have a major crash. Is able to come back from it, and here's your leader right now, Joshua Berman. And Berman now drops back to the number 2 spot. I believe he made a pit stop last time by. 3.2 seconds back now from Kevin Bacon. Oliver Munier in the number 3 spot. Raystrick in the 4. Mangani in the 5. We're 21 minutes into this 45-minute final in this one. And right now, Bacon, Berman, and Munier all going to be pretty close on pace. However, I think Bacon and Berman, those two are going to be our front runners in this one, assuming nothing catastrophic happens to either one of them. After the pit stops, they should be pretty close once again as they work their way back around. There goes Kevin Bacon on the left-hand side of the track. Coming through some lap traffic right there. And maybe Graham Raystrick right there in front of him, the fourth-place driver. Bacon, yellow and orange, coming down once again, railing around that big sweeper. Down the backstretch he goes like a rocket ship. Berman going to be 3.3 seconds back, and there you see Bacon in for fuel. He is in and out. That allows Joshua Berman to take the lead right back from him. So Berman, your top qualifier, back into the number 1 spot here in this one. Bacon's fast lap on the track, a 15.0 so far in this race. He had a 21-second lap with the pit stop. Joshua Berman, your race leader, his fast lap of the race, a 14.9. So their fast laps only a tenth of a second apart. However, that can make a big difference if you start running those consistently, and those tenths add up. Another time shift here. We're now 41 minutes into this one. Joshua Berman, 157 laps in the books. He is leading over Kevin Bacon right now, who is 5.2 seconds behind him. Oliver Munier in the number 3 spot. Graham Raystrick still in 4th. Mengati in the number 5 spot. Carson Young in the 6th spot. Andrechetti in the 7th. And Giordano in that 8th spot. There you see Berman make a little bit of a mistake there. Here comes Berman now in for fuel. He is in and on pit lane. Kevin Bacon working his way around now. Bacon, I believe, may take over the lead here. And I think he is. Bacon has taken over the lead in this one. Berman going to drop back to the number 2 spot now, 1.4 seconds back from Kevin Bacon. However, pit stops here roughly 5 to 6 seconds. With the way the pit lane is set up, they have to come in, they actually have to corner as they come out, and then exit back onto the regular racing line. So Bacon here, he's going to have to put a big gap between him and Berman if he hopes to come out of pit lane in this final fuel stop with the lead. Here they go back through the center section right now. Kevin Bacon, 42 minutes into this one, 3 to go. Is there a chance that Kevin Bacon may try to push this and not make a pit stop? There you can see they got some lap traffic between them. Berman's going to try and work his way through that right now. 162 laps in the books here. Berman in second, 1.7 seconds back from Bacon. Berman trying to get through lap traffic. There goes Bacon. He's got a clear track ahead of him now. Down the backstretch he goes on the left-hand side through the big sweeper. He tucks back in there, 42.30 down, so 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Is Kevin Bacon going to try to push it and make it all the way to the 45-minute mark without another pit stop for a potential win in the World Championship? Berman 1.8 seconds back right now. It's going to be close. Here comes Berman. Berman through that chicane. We saw him have a big crash earlier in this race. He's not made that mistake again. He's looking pretty solid right now in the number 2 spot. However, he's 1.9, and there comes your race leader. Kevin Bacon in for fuel with only 2 minutes to go. That is going to hand the lead back over to Joshua Berman. And now with less than 2 minutes to go, is there any way that Kevin Bacon can catch up to Berman? And I tell you what, Berman just off in the grass right there. A few mistakes like that and a few corner marshals, and he's going to be right there back with it. 5.5 seconds separate first and second. Oliver Munier in the number 3 spot. Graham Raystrick in the 4. Mengati in the 5. Carson Young, Andrechetti, and Andrea Giordano in the number 8 spot. Giorgio Mengati in that 5 spot, chasing down Raystrick right now. We go back and forth here, first and second. We'll take a look here at Kevin Bacon. Bacon is going to be 5.5 seconds back from your race leader. Through the chicane he goes, coming back into the infield now. Back around, using that outside edge, trying to carry his speed through the sweeper section. 5.3 seconds. Here comes your race leader across the line there. Nearly 170 laps in the books. That is a lot of laps around this track, and very fast laps at that. 5.4 seconds separate him right now, and as you can see, Berman trying to work his way through lap traffic. He's staying pretty smooth though, staying pretty calm. 50 seconds left to go on that clock. He knows at this point he can back it down maybe just a bit, take a little bit wider line, slow down. He's just got to finish this race at this point. 5.7 seconds separate him. He's got a little more than 30 seconds left to go. That is Oliver Munier right there behind him. Wow, I did not realize that was Oliver, your third place driver. So Berman has lapped all the way up to third. 20 seconds left to go now. Berman, I think, is going to get one more after this one. Kevin Bacon in the number 2 spot. Oh, Bacon get a little bit loose through the big sweeper section there. 10 seconds to go. And Joshua Berman crossed the line that time. He's going to go one more time around. This is going to be his final lap. And time is going to expire. It's going to get Kevin Bacon right at the end. He slams into the fence. Bacon is done in second. Ladies and gentlemen, that means as he works his way around, your world champion for GT3, Joshua Berman. It's Joshua Berman with win, Kevin Bacon second, Oliver Munier third, Racetrick, Mingatti, Young, Andrew Chetty, and Giordano.